Hey, Teddy here. Been 2 months since I last uploaded a new video. So anyways, first thing I'm gonna talk about in this update vlog is I'm gonna be talking about what's new. Where are two upcoming videos I'm supposed to be doing this year. Now the first one being, of course, I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to be wondering, where is the next casual reviews with Bare Rim Shot right now? Now, if I can be very honest, in case if you guys haven't noticed, I'm about this close and being finished making the episode. However, if you guys really want to know when I will actually be able to release that episode for once, now if I can be completely honest with you guys, you'll probably all have to wait till this summer kicks in. Yeah. Originally, I was going to release it on March 6th for an obvious reason, but due to the fact that I was still making that episode, looks like that I was considering of releasing it in April next month, just in time for Autism Awareness Month. However, due to the fact that I might not get my Dreamcade replay until in the end of April / beginning of May, looks like I will most likely be able to release the next casual reviews with Bare Rim Shot this summer. So if you all really want to see casual reviews of Bare Rim Shot Was a Public Apology really badly, now all I can say is you'll all have to wait till this summer sometime this summer comes, during the summertime. And another video I also have coming up for the time being, besides casual reviews with Bare Rim Shot What is a Public Apology, will be a special vlog, this time where I share my thoughts on the 5th annual Mr. Code Contributor Awards. Now, when speaking about vlogging that video, I decided, vlogging that particular Mr. Code Awards, I decided to do some extra video watching. So yeah, if you guys really want to know when will my next Mr. Code Awards vlog will come out, it'll probably be until sometime in April, I believe. Yeah, the next video I'll still be uploading after this. The next video that I'll be uploading will still be my 5th Mr. Code Awards vlog. Then after that, depending on how much I get done, comes comes casual reviews with Bare Rim Shot What is a Public Apology. Well, believe me, people, it's going to be worth it, I promise. And now that I've personally talked about what's going on with my current schedule for my YouTube page right now, looks like now it's time to take care of unfinished business with AzuchiGuardian again. Even though the last time I did have to go through some dirty business with him would be last Christmas last year, during the Christmas season. At least I didn't have to deal with him for neither during Valentine's Day nor my birthday, thankfully. Anyways, you guys may be wondering, what do I have to address in regards to AzuchiGuardian this time? Well, you guys may be wondering whether or not any more lies I have to address? Sadly, yes. Yes, I do. Now, the first lie he stated would be that he made up would be when he stated that when he makes videos, he doesn't intend to do it for the money. Now, if you don't intend to make videos just for the sake of money, then why do you keep touching upon casual reviews with Bear Rimshot? Leave that show alone! Seriously, Azuch. You have to move on from casual reviews with Bear Rimshot, man. Seriously. Just get a life outside of my show. And you say that you don't intend to do things just for the sake of money. Well, you say that you like to make people feel bad, which clearly shows that all you care about is nothing but money and fame. And if that's not really the case, all I can say to you, AzuchiGuardian, is action can speak louder than words! Seriously, man. And another thing that AzuchiGuardian also lied about when he stated that the reason why he never got to read my script for the next episode of Casual Reviews of Bear Rimshot is the fact that I'm appearing to be hiding something suspicious. Now, if I can be very honest on why I haven't posted the script for Casual Reviews of Bear Rimshot was a public apology for him to read whatsoever, there are two good reasons why that is. And no, AzuchiGuardian, it has nothing to do with the fact that I'd be hiding something suspicious. Far from it. In fact, allow me to explain why, for once. The first reason, of course, back when I just started penning the script for Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot, what is a public apology, AzuchiGuardian was no longer my editor. So, because of that fact alone, this is why he was unable to read my script. Professionally, that is. And two, it would be very unprofessional if I had to do such a thing. Because when you take a look at the other reviewers, they don't do it at all. As it's not a requirement, per se, that I have to do that. As it would be very unprofessional and, let alone, illegal to do. So yeah, so AzuchiGuardian, if it's that you're really, really desperate to see what I fully got for the next episode of Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot, all I can say is I'm afraid you will have to wait, just like what everybody else is doing right now, until when the episode itself actually comes out. So all I can say is, please be patient, okay? And the same can also be said about other groups. More about that later. So anyways, another thing is AzuchiGuardian also lied about when he stated that I claimed that in my June 2016 update vlog that I like doing dirty business. Technically, that is not true. He may have misheard it, just because, well, as you can see, when I did my June 2016 update vlog, there are things that I did for an obviously good reason. Like, for example, there were parts where I was admittingly on point when it comes to the world of crossover media, as you guys can tell. Now, as you guys can see, I love crossovers. And if you guys are curious on why I would ever consider talking about Morgan Ledger's departure from Mr. Code and Friends in that particular same update vlog, I will explain why in my 5th Mr. Code Awards vlog And I'm gonna ask you all do me a favor. That when I do talk about Morgan Legend there, particularly when I discuss when I do talk about Morgan Ledger in that upcoming Mr. Code Awards vlog, I'm gonna ask you all nicely to please keep an open mind about about when you guys hear in my next Mr. Code Awards vlog based on why I would consider talking about Morgan Ledger my June 2016 update vlog, because I did it for a very good reason. And I think you all must have and to all those who are still complaining about when I did talk about Morgan in there, I think you all forgot the point, the reason why I would do it. Which again, like I said before, I will get into in my next Mr. Code Awards vlog, okay? So, yeah. And another thing AzuchiGuardian also lied about would be when he stated that my review show will be called Teddy TV. Again, like I already addressed before, my review show is still going to be called Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot, no matter who I gather as my editor. So please, no Johns when it comes to criticizing me in regards to see me make a video, make a new episode of Casual Reviews with Bear Rimshot, anything like that. And another thing AzuchiGuardian also lied about would be when he stated that the reviews that I do over here on my channel are considered non-canon. Okay, now like I've already addressed before, the reviews that I do over here on my channel, the ones with my real name that you guys can see below, well, that is if you're actually watching this over here on YouTube, are considered canon. Now, if you guys are looking for a non-canon review, the ones that I did under Sparking TV are non-canon. While the ones that I did on my channel, the one with my real name that you guys can see below, are canon. And the ones that AzuchiGuardian would do without me would be considered fraudulent. No matter what you think about all those videos. Anyway, speaking of which, what AzuchiGuardian or I didn't mention on why I fired AzuchiGuardian would be the fact that when I did fire AzuchiGuardian, if you've watched Casual Reviews of Bear Rimshot Return to Neverland for yourself, both the separate part and the full version, you can tell that AzuchiGuardian on his part just horribly committed a sexual misconduct. How did he do it? Well, let's just say he called there were not one, but two animation-themed reviewers I enjoyed watching, in whom he told sexual jokes to. Which is reasons why you would see me proclaim AzuchiGuardian to be an ugly rapist. I called AzuchiGuardian an ugly rapist for that. And for the fact that he would be calling every single brony gay, regardless of their actual sexual orientation. And speaking of AzuchiGuardian, I have something major I have to personally address with you guys. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are probably going to be wondering Now, if you've seen my last two update vlogs, I did proclaim a lot of AniMat fans to be major AzuchiGuardian fanboys / AzuchiGuardian fangirls, right? Now, you guys all may be wondering, where the fridge did I get the whole idea that a lot of major AzuchiGuardian fanboys / AzuchiGuardian fangirls would do anything to support AzuchiGuardian's Idiocy. Do I have to do this? Okay. Now, if I can be very honest on why there would be a lot of AniMat fans who would do anything to support AzuchiGuardian's Idiocy, well, let's just say there would be some AniMat fans out there who would, let's just say, intend to remind me of all the bad memories that I personally had with AzuchiGuardian, which I must say, I honestly don't like. Seriously, people. That means you, Caleb Corcher, as well as you, Alexander Mirabella, as well as you, Amelia Ray, as well as you, Chrissy Trotta. I really don't like it whenever I have to be reminded of any bad memories I personally had in the past. Seriously, it gets annoying. The more you do that, it's over, man. It's over for you. You're more than likely going to get in a lot of serious trouble when you do that. Seriously. Yeah. And, that's what I'm trying to point out for a fact that some of these AniMat fans out there are pretty much intending to remind me of all the bad memories that I've personally had with AzuchiGuardian. How do they all do that, you may ask? Well, let's just say when you have Caleb Corger, or let alone just anyone for that matter, dare come telling me that I was lying about my mixtape, you all might be shocked to learn when I say this, that it apparently wouldn't be the first time someone would ever accuse me of lying for the wrong reasons. AzuchiGuardian also did the same crap as well, only this time it would typically all come down to in regards to casual reviews with Bear Rimshot. Like, let's say when I have a big piece of news regarding casual reviews with Bear Rimshot coming out. I mean, for every piece of news, which in reality I've always been telling the truth throughout the whole entire time. Yeah, and whenever I feel like talking about casual reviews with Bear Rimshot, let alone anything for that matter, in all my update vlogs, I pretty much would consider coming down to come tell it as it is. Whether you all like it or not. Yeah. And when you have somebody tell me that I like dramas, it wouldn't be the first time someone would ever lie about me. AzuchiGuardian would also do the same crap as well. And when it comes to the whole dramas things in general, I have to be very honest with you people, I never really liked dramas at all. And if you really think that I like dramas, well, that's because you weren't even there for what truly happened to me on my part during the making of both Epic Battles 2 and now casual reviews of Bear Rimshot What is a Public Apology. And when you do get to have, when you do get to have someone like, let's say, Amelia Ray, dare comment about my autism in a hateful manner, it wouldn't be the first time someone would ever dare criticize me for my autism. Of course, AzuchiGuardian once did the same crap to both me and to my good friend Nicholas Centra, aka Banana Gamer 105. And not only that, but also when you do have someone accused me of making rape threats on anyone, like let's just say Chrissy Trotta, it wouldn't be the first time someone would ever dare accuse me of pedophilic activity. Literally accuse me of pedophilic activity. Of course, AzuchiGuardian would also do the same crap as well. Not just on Halloween, but also the same thing in one part of one episode of Coney Maltaire. And I must say, damn AzuchiGuardian, you sure seriously do need hearing aids, man. And P.S. You suck. P.S. You suck at math. But yeah. As you guys can tell, AzuchiGuardian seriously has hearing issues. AzuchiGuardian, as you can tell, is deaf and blind. So AzuchiGuardian definitely does need hearing aids right here. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got the whole idea that there would be a lot of AniMat fans who would do anything to support AzuchiGuardian's idiocy. And I know all this could be shocking, since AzuchiGuardian is obviously unpopular, but I'm afraid it's all true. I'm sad to say this, that it's true. Seriously, people. And before anybody can go spam me with any comments or messages telling me, oh, nobody cares about AzuchiGuardian. Well, look. I am totally aware that nobody cares about AzuchiGuardian. Which shouldn't be a surprise to me at all. As the thing that I hated about AzuchiGuardian would all come down to the fact, when we considering of how unprofessional he can be when he does certain things creatively. Especially when he does his WTFUs. Out of all the YouTubers that have done WTFUs, I bet we can all agree that AzuchiGuardian pretty much does it the most unprofessional way possible. Yeah, it's too bad to see that during his high school days, that he never got to learn based on how getting a job works over there. Because, you see, during my high school days, I luckily did get to learn based on how getting a job works. And stuff like that, but yeah. And, yeah. And because that a lot of you don't care about AzuchiGuardian, which I'm not surprised to see for the record, this is why, if I were to make a Battle of the Groups game based on both Valentine's Day and Christmas, I will not make AzuchiGuardian playable in those two particular games, unless AzuchiGuardian can consider in making either a Codename Vega or a Codename Altair or Codename Denim episode dedicated to any of those two holidays. Other than that, the only holidays that I would consider making AzuchiGuardian playable in are Halloween and April Fools. You guys may be wondering why that is. I would consider making him playable in those games, in those Battle of the Groups games. Well, for Halloween, considering the fact of how that when it comes to Halloween for AzuchiGuardian, he has a long history with that holiday. At least he managed to do some Codename Vega episodes of it, as well as a Codename Denim episode, in which I was once in, as well as in a Codename Altair episode, as well as a Codename Altair episode as well. While it's true that AzuchiGuardian's Halloween specials may not live up to the charm of what you'd see come from all the Simpsons 2004 episodes, It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Scary Godmother, Mickey's House of Villains, Lonesome Ghosts, or any of that stuff. At least in the end of the day, he still has a long history with Halloween no matter what. As for why we make him playable in April Fools, considering the fact that at times that he can do certain things that I would only typically see in an April Fool's special. Only this time, what you see in those April Fool's specials do turn out to be even better. Well, based on how AzuchiGuardian does it, he does it all redundant. And, yeah. And, another Battle of the Groups game I would also consider making AzuchiGuardian playable in would be in Super Smash Bros. Why is that? Well, considering the fact that when it comes to Super Smash Bros., it, like Halloween, is also another thing AzuchiGuardian does have a long history with as well. Including having to make his own videos using gameplay from the Super Smash Bros. Games, starting from the original game for the Nintendo 64, going all the way up to the fourth game release on the Wii U. This is the moment where he would consider not just making his own videos using gameplay from the first 4 Super Smash Bros. Games, but also AzuchiGuardian would also consider doing some voiceovers for Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the movie made by Angel Tune, which is where he did some voiceovers for. And, yeah. And whether you guys all believe it or not, I would also consider making him playable in the Battle of the Groups game based on Mickey's House of Villains, titled Battle of the House of Mouse Monopolizers. Why is that? Well, let's just say, considering the fact that in real life he stole my review show and made it all Disney themed, which is why I would consider doing such a thing. Now, for the many different games of Battle of the Groups I'll be making for Battle of the Groups itself, no matter what incarnation you're choosing to play, whether it be the tabletop game on the play table or the video game, if you're curious on why a certain group leader throughout the whole entire epic battle saga appears to be playable in a certain Battle of the Groups game, you do, however, have to do your research. You have to be very understanding based on all the actual group leaders in general. Which means if I were to acknowledge any voice actors, don't just acknowledge the English language voice actors. You also do have to keep an open mind to acknowledge all the Japanese voice actors, as well as all the voice actors in the Japanese language, as well as other languages as well, at least based on whatever I can find. So yeah. Which will definitely explain why if you see, let's just say, a non-Disney character getting to be playable in a Battle of the Groups game based on Kingdom Hearts. Of course, now when we speak about Kingdom Hearts alone, there would be not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 Kingdom Hearts Battle of the Groups games I'll be making, consisting of an American version, a European version, a Japanese version, a Hebrew version, and an alternate fantasy version. Though the Hebrew and in case if you're all wondering why we consider making up a Hebrew version of Battle of the Groups, well, let's just say it would be by popular demand on Dante's part, considering the long history the entire Epic Battles franchise does have with Judaism, with tackling Judaism. Yeah, and in case if you're wondering what will be different, Now, when we speak about all the characters that appeared in any of the Kingdom Hearts that have not appeared in any Kingdom Hearts games for whatever reason, it would be based on the voice actors for certain languages. Like, for example, if there was ever a character that appeared in any Kingdom Hearts game that shared the same English-speaking voice actor as a group leader, as any Epic Battles group leader, not in Kingdom Hearts, this is the moment where I have to make sure that I make him playable. And which is exactly what happened to, which would likely be the case, which will likely what happened to SpongeBob, since he does share the same voice actor as Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh in the English language version. Whereas the European version will pretty much poke fun of any language that's set in Europe but English. Why did I have to make English a separate language compared to European? Well, considering the fact that, it makes sense on my part personally. The European will focus on languages that's typically spoken in Europe that's not English, besides English and Japanese, like Spanish, French, German, Italian, and even Russian, or Polish as well. Or Ukrainian, or Greek, or Hungarian as well. Yeah. Any group leaders should share the same voice actors as any character. Any group leaders not in Kingdom Hearts should share the same group leaders as any Kingdom Hearts characters in any of those languages is just named. This is the moment where I might as well make him playable in those particular games. In this particular Battle Group's Kingdom Hearts game. Which for the Japanese version will pretty much acknowledge the Japanese language versions of all the Kingdom Hearts games and all the Disney movies Disney characters that were in Kingdom Hearts, both past and present. Whereas when we speak about the Hebrew version, it would pretty much acknowledge all the Hebrew speaking voice actors who have ever voiced at least one Disney character that would be in a Kingdom Hearts game. And, yeah. Whereas the alternate fantasy version would pretty much focus on places that were incorporated like in epic battles, like Ardsley, Neverland, and the Death Star. Yeah, another thing also worth noting that if I were to make a Battle Groups game based on Kingdom Hearts, that'd be based on the English language version from the American version. You will also be able to play as 3 Ardsley girls I presume I'm really good friends with by the names of Sophia Bavar, Brianna Gale, and Melissa Wishner. Yeah. And, yeah. And, anything else I have to say? Kingdom Hearts. Yes. Another thing also consider doing by popular demand would be as I was able to make a Battle Groups game based on internet reviewers, all thanks to the inaugurations of both the Nostalgia Critic and AzuchiGuardian, to please the entire Mr. Code and Friends community, I did decide to welcome Goofy, considering the fact that when we speak about Goofy, when he did get to make an appearance in the DVD shelf Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that particular DVD shelf moment, I will say, is indeed considered to be a fan favorite moment in all the DVD shelf, up to the point that Goofy would even once win a Mr. Cut Awards for Best Visual Effect. And also another thing I would also consider doing by popular demand would also be that after hearing from the Playtable team that Disney Infinity Peter Pan figures would work on Toy Box Stadium, and because Disney, and seeing of how meaningful Peter Pan turned out to be to the entire Epic Battles community, this is a moment where I decided to allow players to be able to use Peter Pan for battle groups in both the video game and tabletop game, only if desired to, of course. And speaking of battle groups, I'd like to address one more thing before I go. That when I did vlog last year, I did already mention about the fact that when we speak about battle groups, if you guys really want to be able to play it really badly, like I mentioned before, you all may have to wait for it. It may take a while for me to be able to release it. For the time being, I have research I have to get done, and also I've got some episodes of casual reviews with Bear Rimshot I have to make. And before I go, here, I thought I might as well do something I probably haven't done in a while. That is, of course, doing another news. What do I have in mind in this case? Well, in other news, I have some sad news I'd like to share with you people. Actually, two pieces of sad news I as a fellow reviewer and Manic Expression contributor, would like to share. Now, the first one being, of course, for those who don't know, Joseph Patrick, aka Joey Tedesco, creative Cartoon Palooza, decided to take a break from doing Cartoon Palooza. If you all don't know who Joey Tedesco is, if you're an animation fan, I highly recommend you to check him out. He's very funny. Now, funny story about Joey Tedesco. Ever since when Joey Tedesco released his review of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2, I used to jokingly think that Joey would consider getting his revenge on AniMat, being that I'm somebody who enjoyed all the Cloudy and Hotel Transylvania movies. Now, look, I'm not saying that AniMat is wrong for hating those movies, okay? It's just that I'm just saying as a fact right here, considering of how I really enjoyed those movies, and I know everybody's gonna have their different opinions, especially AniMat. Yeah. And also, Joey, I'm talking about you, Joey Tedesco. In case if you're watching this, I thank you for all the great content you've made, and I wish you the best of luck, whatever you do in life. And the second thing I definitely do need to talk about is this. Now, for those who don't know, Fusionator is no longer a part of Manic Expression. Why am I bringing this up, you may ask? Well, let's just say, I'm not a contributor of Manic Expression myself, I will say. And, it's just sad to see him go. I just want to say the Fusionator, it's been a pleasure talking to him whenever I can. Anyways, yeah. When it comes to Fusionator, I've personally talked to him before, and I must say he's a really nice guy. Funny enough, in the worst case, as if my good friend Brian Vargas was unavailable, there was at one point where I was actually considering of hiring Fusionator mostly as a backup editor. He did agree with me at one point, and then he sadly But then when I did check in with him, what's going on with this partner and thing for the show, I'd rather not talk about. It's a surprise. Anyways, this is the moment where I talk to then the man in charge of Manic Expression himself, James Daniel Walsh, about the whereabouts of Fusionator. He told me that he left the site. And it's really sad to see him go away. Anyways, it's all I have to talk about for today. I'll see you in the next upload in April.